Hello, I'm Hopes Reverse, and this will be the final part of our Slay the Princess playthrough. I believe... I think we've maybe saved at least maybe three or two different princesses so far. I don't really know how many there are actually, but yeah, I guess we'll just keep going. You know, maybe there's 5. I think there's 5. Maybe. If I'm going by the beginning, where she fractured. So, and I think I'm getting how the chapters work. I think you need to, I think the first chapter is for finding a route, and then maybe the second chapter is for whatever it is you have to do to help the princess on that particular route or something. Because I think I've only ever seen chapter 1 and chapter 2 for each princess so far. But yeah, so let's just see if we can find a different path. Why have I not? Can't someone else do this? Forget it, I'm not doing this. Have you considered that maybe I'm okay with the world ending? Yeah. Have you considered that maybe I'm okay with the world ending?
Of course I haven't. Why would I even consider that? Nobody wants the world to end. I mean, maybe some people do, like nihilists, or very, very evil people, but surely you're not one of those, right?
Surely I'm not one of those. Let's see. Is there anything that leads into that? Forget it. Do I get some sort of reward for this? Oh, okay. Thanks for telling me what to do. Sweet. I've always wanted to offer Monarch. Viva la Revolution. Revolution, I think. I'm just trying to find a new path.
That's the spirit.
But I feel like I shouldn't follow whatever he wants, though. I don't think it's even going to...
You make your way up the short path to the cabin.
Yes, princess.
A warning.
Yes.
Before she will lie.
Yes. Proceed. What happens if I enter without...
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare.
Nothing has changed.
The air is stale and a blade is your implement.
There's no mirror.
You'll need...
Let's enter without the blade.
The door to the basement creaks open.
Yes.
Her voice softly carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
Oh, this one sounds different.
It's hypnotizing. It's the kind of voice you only have to hear once to remember it for the rest of your life.
Huh, never heard of that.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation. You're playing a dangerous game by coming here unarmed.
Let's see. We've done this before. Here to save you? You know what? I think I'm here to slay you. Why? I mean, even if I am here to slay her, I feel like I don't have the blade, so how is this going to turn out? This might be a good idea. I'm here to save you.
Wait, really? You're here to rescue me? I was starting to think I'd be stuck down here forever.
I guess that's assuming I actually go through with trying to kill her, though.
I see. You're trying to get her to lower her guard. It's a gamble, but it might work.
Come downstairs. I want to see the face of my rescuer.
Why, of course.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement. She's beautiful. How could someone like this be a threat to anyone? I am begging you to stay focused. There's a lot riding on you here.
Hi. I can't believe you're here. I've been waiting for something like this to happen forever. I hope you brought something to deal with these chains.
You were lying when you said you were here to rescue her, but regardless of your intentions, breaking her out of those chains would be a big mistake. Don't even try it.
Is this the original princess we ran into? I don't know. hold on. Let's talk a bit first. This is interesting. I can't technically get her out of the chains. But what's there to talk about? Well, let's try to rescue her then. I thought I was going to come down here and do away with her, but now I'm just confused and curious.
You're only making this more difficult.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're making a huge mistake.
Yeah, okay.
No, you're doing the right thing. You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
Nope.
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs. Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day.
Yes. And if there isn't a key, do you have any other ideas? Let's see. I'm going to check upstairs. Maybe there's a key somewhere there. And if not, maybe I can at least find something to break you free. I don't think this is the one where she cut off her arm, but let's see. I don't think she has any ideas. Okay, I'm going to check upstairs. Maybe the key is still lying around somewhere up there. And if not, maybe I can at least find something to break you free.
Okay. I'll be here. Good luck.
Okay, but I don't think... No, will the narrator lock the door again?
You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click. Is someone else here?
There's no point in yelling. Whoever locked it isn't going to open it, so I'm just going to... No point in trying to open the door either. I've done that before. Let's return.
You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd just taken the blade like you were supposed to. Easier for whom? Easier for everyone. Look at the mess you're in.
Okay, narrator, but if you trap me down here with her and I can't break her out, then how is this supposed to end?
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
There's a slight panic rising in the princess's voice.
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
She barely hesitates before raising her arm to her mouth, her teeth tearing through her limb with the determination of a trapped wolf. As she rips her flesh from her bone, a sound comes from behind you, the clang of bouncing metal. It's the blade from upstairs.
Oh, well, thank you, narrator.
I'm not sure how it made its way down here, but if there's a time to strike, it's now. Or we could use it to free her. You won't like what happens if you do that.
Has she already bitten through the... Interesting. This one seems a little more animalistic. She literally just shoot through her arm because there's no other option. But if she could have done that from the very beginning, maybe she can't shoot through the bone. I can take the knife and try to slay her, but I feel like it might not end the way I think it will. So let's try to get this one out. That is usually what we're supposed to do anyways.
Fine.
Let's try to save her.
Against your better judgment, you place the blade against the ragged,
Okay, so it's the same, only this time there's blood there.
Just above the unyielding chain, but you cut into her flesh. The blade is sharp, and it takes little effort to... Her limb falls to the ground, and the heavy chains follow suit. She didn't so much as utter a sound through the whole ordeal. No, she didn't. She smiles softly as her gaze meets yours, blood from her wounded arm dripping. How is she still smart?
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
Okay, so he's going to make me attempt to kill her again, right?
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. As the princess approaches the bottom... Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that. Watch me.
What are you doing?
This is a different princess, though, so maybe it will end differently.
Stop that.
Something's come over you, hasn't it? You know you don't have to do this, right?
Your body lunges forward, the blade held low, ready to sink into her heart. But the princess dodges, stumbling back against the wall before the blade has a chance to connect. Stop it! Stop trying to resist me. I'm trying to get you out of here alive.
Yeah. Actually, now that I think about it, I think we were told that the paths would be different from here on out. That we wouldn't have to worry about repeating anything.
The blade! Move the blade!
And if that's the case, then maybe I have nothing to worry about.
As your body remains frozen in stubborn resistance, the princess takes a cautious step forward.
So she's gonna help us like the last one did.
We both know this isn't you.
She nervously reaches towards you
Yes.
and takes the blade from your infuriatingly rigid hands. What are you doing?
The right thing.
I'm sorry. I'll try to be quick.
I worry this one isn't gonna be as good at as doing the job as the last princess was.
She plunges it into your chest,
Ouch.
tearing through flesh and sinew. It is agony. But you aren't dead yet.
Oh no! I'm so sorry.
Stay strong. We can tough it out until it's done. For her sake. For her sake? Don't you start pretending that dying a painful death is some sort of heroic gesture. The two of you have literally doomed everyone. Whatever. She sinks the blade into your chest again and again and again, and you feel every inch of burning pain that slices its way into your body.
I'm sorry, I'm sorry,
Ouch.
I'm sorry.
Ouch.
She doesn't know how to use a knife, does she?
Nope. Never cooked a day in her life.
Apparently not, though it doesn't matter how sloppy her knife work is, does it? A stab wound is still a stab wound, and it won't be long before you bleed out.
I'm
Ouch.
so sorry.
With one last thrust of the knife, your legs give out beneath you. You collapse to the floor, your blood pooling around you, your limbs unresponsive. The princess stares down at your ruined chest as tears carve rivulets of pink down her blood-spattered cheeks.
Okay.
It can't just end like this, right?
No, this is for the best.
Oh, that's rich coming from you. As much as I'd prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened. The two of you made your choice. It's over. Everything goes dark, and you die.
But this is what we wanted, so... Okay. Now here's to chapter 2, the damsel.
You're on a path in the woods,
Yes.
and you're here to slay her.
Yes. Okay, this has happened already, yes. Narrator might not be aware of this, though. I'm getting a terrible sense of deja vu. Yes. Okay, no. I don't think I've done that one. But I died. What am I doing here? Oh, you. No, I've done that one before. Proceed again. I think we should just head straight to the cabin.
A warning before you go any further.
No.
She will lie. If only you knew what you
Yes.
did to us, you villain.
Smitten.
Excuse me? Forget he said anything. But he is a villain. He made our beloved brutally take our life last time. He's trying to keep us apart, but he won't be able to withstand the power of our love.
So smitten is the voice of one who is in love with the princess, then, or the damsel in this case.
Last time? What are you talking about? I think he just likes to hear the sound of his own voice. Let's try to ignore him. I do, but I also speak from the heart. My passions are too great to be stifled. They must be expressed. Sure, yeah, your passions are strong and all, but not everyone needs to hear them. Some things are better kept quiet.
Yeah?
Don't pay their bickering any mind. Focus on the task ahead.
I have too many voices in my head. Proceed into the cabin.
interior of the cabin is clean and elegant, its stone walls draped in fine-threaded tapestries, a prison befitting a royal prisoner. The only furniture of note is an ornate wooden table with a pristine blade perched on its edge.
So I don't need the mirror right now.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
And I'm well aware. I feel like if I approach it, it's just gonna disappear. It'll disappear again. Take the blade into the basement. You didn't say anything about the mirror on the wall. So, the last situation, let's see, only came about. Okay, but we got locked in with the. Is it a good idea to take the knife? We didn't last time. But how am I gonna get her out if I... Last time he threw the knife down to us. This time we'll take it. I'm sure I can avoid using it.
You take the blade from the table. It will be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
I suppose if we're to play the role of dashing knight, we need an equally dashing sword. That way she'll know we can defend her from her enemies.
I sure hope so, Smitten.
Hopefully it doesn't put her on edge. There's no use arguing over motivations right now. It's good that you took the blade. You'll need it to do your job.
I can always toss it away, hopefully.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing an intricate stairwell. Gold-trimmed carpet glimmers in the light of the torches positioned along the walls. The basement almost seems welcoming in the dim firelight. But it's still a stone basement. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. A soft voice carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
Her voice. It's somehow even more beautiful than last time. I think we're in love.
Okay, I'm with you that we should be doing whatever we can to save her, but saying we're in love is a bit much, don't you think? We don't even know the princess. We can still do right by her without all this fawning.
Yeah?
Yes, for everyone's sake, you're not in love. Just remember that her charms are all part of the manipulation.
Yes, the manipulation. Of course, of course.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain
she looks
around her
the part
wrist,
now.
binding her to the far wall.
My love, we're here to rescue you from your unjust and foul imprisonment.
She says we. Who's we?
You know she can't hear you, right?
She may not be able to hear my words, but surely she can hear my spirit.
Oh, your spirit's plenty loud, all right.
It's you, my dashing hero. I was so worried you wouldn't come back.
Did you hear that? She said we're dashing.
And she called us a hero. Flattery really goes a long way with the two of you, doesn't it? Waiting for you to come back? You've been here before, haven't you?
What? No, of course not.
That's right, villain. And you killed us.
He didn't
Well,
kill us.
she killed us. Only because he made us try and kill her. It was self-defense. Our beloved's hands remain unstained by cruelty.
And you've died before. So an entire world has been damned to oblivion. I'd really hoped I'd be the first, but what's done is done. What matters is you have a chance to do it right this time. We damned a whole world, but everything reset. Nothing resets, you're just somewhere else. You can't keep hopping between worlds forever, especially not without leaving a trail of incomprehensible devastation behind you. This is horrible.
Okay, so we're acknowledging that there's multiples now.
Horrible for you, maybe, but we've been given another opportunity to sweep her off her feet and treat her like the lady she is.
Now, hold on. If she actually ended a world, are you sure we want to do this? Are you sure we want to rescue her?
honestly, this whole world thing, it seems like they only really consist of me, her, and the voices in my head, I guess. So when they say world, what exact? I guess they're referring to like all of this.
We never saw a world end, and now I'm even more certain that we must chase our heroic and romantic destiny than I've ever been. I shan't let anyone convince us otherwise.
Are you listening to him? He's lost it. Don't let him distract you. Just do your job.
I should probably be paying a little more attention to what he's saying. I feel like they drop hints every now and then. The smitten isn't just a voice. He's definitely here to help me make the right decision. I have to ask, did you end the world after you killed me back there? She's not going to know anything about this, though. I'm sorry about what happened last time. The narrator who sent me here to kill you took over my body. It was extremely unfair. I'm just trying to find an answer that will get me. You killed me last time, and it hurt a lot. Why did you do that? Do I have to cut you out again? I really didn't care for the last time. I can ask what happened after I died. Interesting. I feel like she's just gonna mention finding herself back here.
You died, and now we're talking.
Okay. Yeah, okay. But before we started talking, did the world end? Did you end the world?
I don't know. Was I supposed to have ended the world? Would that have made you happy?
Isn't that just like our darling princess? She wants to make us happy. My heart melts further with every word that passes through her beautiful lips.
Are you listening to her? That's a confession.
Let's see. I have no feelings, one way or the other, about the world ending. No, I don't want the world to end. Honestly, the world sucks. People are a plague, and I hope you brought a slow and painful ruin to them all. I have no feelings one way or the other.
At least you're being honest. I can't believe that the fate of the entire world has been left in the hands of a nihilist.
Yes?
The princess shifts in uncomfortable confusion.
Me too. I don't care.
She wasn't confused for long.
If she doesn't care, then clearly she didn't end the world. It would take a great desire for evil to do something so inconceivable, and our dearest has not an ounce of cruelty within her. All is well, and it's high time we rescued our beloved.
Now, how do we do this? I'm sorry about what happened last time. The narrator sent me to do I have to cut you out again? You killed me last time a lot, and that hurt. She's gonna be all apologetic about this and whatnot. She might say she killed me because I looked like I was suffering.
I'm sorry. Didn't you want me to?
Technically, yes.
Did we?
We warned her of the cruel forces seizing our body. That's practically telling her to kill us. She is our beloved, and she made the choice to free us of our misery, to show us mercy and make the best decision for everyone.
Okay, well, I guess you're just gonna speak for her, Smitten.
She made the best decision for her. Don't be so quick to assign kindness. You're just opening yourself up to manipulation.
We shouldn't have to cut her out again. But we saw last time she was willing to chew through her own arm. I don't think she feels pain like the others. I feel like most of them aren't so much as human as they are just... I don't know. Let's see.
If another version of me was pushed to such drastic action, it was for good reason.
That's okay. You were just doing your best, and that's all that matters.
She took that in stride. To a surprising extent. An almost unsettling extent, actually.
She understands how this works. This one just has a different personality.
That's because she's perfect. Do you think she has someone like him telling her what to do? She doesn't. There's no one else like me.
I think he's right, because I like it better if she doesn't have some horrid little voice like him, always trying to drive her to violence.
Rescue. I feel like it's not as simple as just that, is it? Okay, rescue the princess.
Rescue her? What are you talking about? Did you forget that she's a world-ending monstrosity? And even if you wanted to unleash her onto the world, despite the complete moral disaster that would be, you'd have to get her out of those chains.
Good luck with that. Don't you see how dainty her hands are? We'll be able to slip her out with ease.
No, she's a prisoner here. You can't just slip her hand through the chains.
That big window behind her, though. I wonder if that'll come into play somehow.
If her hand could just slip out of the chains, why hasn't she done it already?
Because we've yet to present her with her freedom. I'm not sure I follow. Would you rather believe me, a passionate heart guided by love and my own good nature? Or would you rather believe the devil on your shoulder who tells you what you can and cannot do?
I think I'd rather believe in facts.
Ah, so you're one of those empiricists.
One of us has to be.
Then let me show you a brand new truth. Narrator, we courageously step forward and free our beloved from her bindings.
No, I can't let you do that. If you take another step towards the princess, I'll... Yes.
Not on my watch, villain. My passions contain titanic depths, and if you try anything that might harm our dearest, I will end our life without a second thought.
Hold on.
You wouldn't.
I would. I'd listen to him if I were you. He has a lot of strong feelings. And doesn't the world end if we don't stop her?
You approach the princess and gingerly slide her hand from her bindings. That shouldn't have worked. I'll be damned. We're doomed.
I can't believe it. But I guess I have to.
Oh, so the voices have more power than they think they do.
I told you. There's no life more worth living than that of a true believer.
I'm free, and you're not trying to kill me this time. Thank you. Thank you so much.
The princess jumps up and smothers you in a joyful embrace. Ugh. Are you sure you want to do this? Just one slip of the wrist and your pristine blade is buried in her back, and everyone out there is saved.
Is he gonna try to take over again?
Is that a threat? You know what we'll do if you try it.
You're going to regret this.
What do we do now?
Now we blow this popsicle stand. Let's see. What do you want to do? She should say she wants to leave. We leave, and then we have our whole lives to figure out what we want to do next. But...
let me guess. End the world?
Spoken with the rank cynicism of someone who has never felt love in his heart.
maybe ending the world is all the narrator knows that she wants to do.
I don't actually know. Nobody's ever asked me what I wanted before.
She doesn't even know what she wants. You may have had her all wrong. What if this whole thing is just a misunderstanding? What if she doesn't want to end the world?
Of course she doesn't want anything. She just needs to be freed from here. I'm talking to her as if she's a person with these ideas and things, but I don't think that's not what it is. She's a part of a whole somewhere else.
You're so gullible. Is the only thing you've ever doubted the actual truth?
I just need to get her out.
I think I want to leave. And I think...
The princess closes her eyes in deep reflection. And then she shrugs.
Right.
I don't know. What do you want to do?
Right. Because you don't have your own, like, ambitions and things. Okay. I feel like I'm going to get stuck if I keep asking her what she wants to do. But I would really like to go that route, though, just to see what would happen. No, there isn't anything she wants. Do you want to end the world? I just want to leave. We can figure out the rest later. Just... something isn't right. I'm sorry. Something isn't right. There's something wrong about this. We just need to get her... Why does this make me so... Jeez, it makes me doubt whether I should actually just sit her and... I haven't come across a princess that is evil just yet. And even so... all I know is I need to get them out.
That sounds perfect.
Yeah.
As the princess takes your hand in hers, you let your blade tumble uselessly to the floor, and with it tumbles the last hope for the entire world.
That's fine.
We have each other. We don't need the world for our happy ending.
I like to think that you do, actually. Look, I have my doubts, but the choice has been made, and this is happening. You don't have to mope about it.
The voice of the hero has doubts too.
I will mope about it, because moping is the only recourse you love-blind fools have left me with. You and the princess walk up the stairs, hand in hand. Ugh, look at the way she's smiling at you. She doesn't have to be so happy about this. And what happens after we walk up the stairs? Let's see. Oh, isn't that interesting? The door slams in your face and the lock clicks.
No surprises there.
That's a familiar move. Did I do that last time? Then you should know that you won't be able to leave.
Oh no! Did someone lock us in here? That's not fair. We're supposed to leave now.
We are.
She's right. It isn't fair. But the unfairnesses of the world are no match for the strength of true love.
Let's see. Of course it wouldn't be that easy. I still have the blade with me though. So there must be something.
Enough with
The
this
window?
true love nonsense. You just met her.
Of course you wouldn't understand. Our passions run deeper than anything you have ever known.
She's free to move now. What if I just have to get her out through the window?
Are you listening to this? You don't have to go along with the every whim of that delusional voice.
I'm just along for the ride at this point.
Do you think you can open it? Well, I mean, she isn't exactly human. I think we can open it if we try together. I think I've got this. No, let's work with her. I think we can open it if we try together.
Okay, yeah, let's do
I
it.
don't have a plan exactly, but
Like a pair of teenagers in love, you and the princess place your hands on the door together. Blech.
oh, the power of love is that what this is.
And lock clicks and the door creaks open. Are you kidding me?
I told you our love was insurmountable.
You and the princess make your way upstairs. Her freedom and the world's ruin are just a few moments away. If you don't mind, I'm going to fix myself a drink before you ruin everything. If I'm about to see the end of the world, I'd rather not see it sober.
Alright, well, see ya.
That's the way out. We're going to leave together, just like you wanted.
I guess that window didn't come into play, huh?
Yes, I suppose you are going to do that, aren't you? You cross the room, opening the door to the cabin. And then you step outside.
Your love will set you free. Okay.
Our happy ending at last.
We did it. What should we do now?
Sounds like the power of friendship too, yeah?
Where did everything go? Where did he go?
Oh, is he gone? I hadn't noticed. I was too busy staring deep into our beloved's eyes.
So the smitten was just here to, I guess, give us a hint that we had to, like, I guess, I don't know, maybe just rely on, or I guess love or something. I still wonder what would have happened.
I'm cold. Is being happy supposed to be so cold?
I think it's fine.
She's cold. Quick, our feathers. Pluck them all and weave her a coat worthy of a princess.
Feathers, so we are some kind of bird thing. Return to the whole, But you don't get the chance to make that jacket, nor will you ever. It's time for you to leave. Memory returns.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her?
It is strange how dark and ominous this sounds, even though I feel like we should be
Is that
helping this thing.
Why is it here?
Right now? Yes. Okay. Of course you're scared. This is the end for you. But it's not the end of me. End for me. It's okay.
But it feels so bad. Like looking into it right now is going to be the end of everything. Yes. I fear that we won't like what we'll see. What if we just sit here and preen for a while? That can't hurt, right? Okay. If you say so. We'll trust you. She'll be there waiting for us. I just know it.
Yeah, she'll be a part of something greater. Just tell yourself that. You approach the mirror. Gaze into your reflection. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone once again. The remains. You've unraveled. Okay. You find yourself in the long quiet once again. Proceed to the cabin. You are at the cabin.
There's a world beyond the endless walls of the long quiet. We're supposed to be there.
But we're here, trapped instead.
Do you know what we'll find out there?
Is that a rhetorical question? Do you know? Do you want to tell me? Let's see. There's trees and stars, and there are people, I think. At least there are supposed to be people. Do you think that anything is real out there? Do you think that we're real? That's a question. Like I said, I feel like we haven't seen too much of the world, or the world that the narrator speaks of seems, in my opinion, consistent with just us and the princess and the voices. We may not even be a part of an actual world. Do you know what's going to happen when you awaken? Although some of the stuff she says does suggest that there must have been a world that we came from. We could both be dead, for all I know. When you send me back, I'm not alone. There are voices that speak to me. Some of them are me, but one of them is something else. I call him the narrator, and he wants me to kill you. Do you have a narrator? Have the vessels had one? I see. So we're taking that. That might be important, actually. If this is the last stage before your completion, then I'm going to go back. Then I'm not going back. I'm just going to stay here. But that would... Well, what the hell? Why would you want to stay here? I mean, if she was headed towards certain doom, perhaps, but no. How many more vessels do I need to bring you? As many as it takes? Okay, this one's good.
No, their thoughts are quiet. Do you think your narrator lives in the spaces beyond?
Sure. He does. I don't know why, but I know this for a fact. He does. I don't know what I'm going to do when I find him. He does, and when I find him, you and I are finally going to have answers. He does, and when I find him, I'm going to kill him. He does, but you're going to keep that to yourself. Who is she going to tell this to?
There's no need for you to know what you are going to do before you do it. If you find him, remember that I'll be waiting for you on the other side.
I will. Okay. There's a tree and stars. And there are people, I think. Okay. Do you think that anything is real out there? What are your thoughts on this vessel?
This one is soft and delicate. You molded her to love you, and she'll make for a gentle heart. Do not mourn her. She has served her purpose.
It's like every piece is just a part of the actual princess, but I still wonder what happened. To not just her, but to us too. I mean, it's not like we're complete either. Do you know what's going to happen when you awaken?
If I did, I would already be awake.
Yeah, I guess that was a pointless question. Well, anyways, yeah, there are stars and trees. I haven't seen any people, though.
There is a warmth and sadness in me at the thought of people. Fresh tears on a winter's day. They are not like us. They do not last.
They are not like us. Not like us. They do not last. Is she not actually human then? How many more vessels? Okay, if this is the last stage before your completion, then I'm not going back. I'm just going to stay here. Will she encourage us to not do that?
You've already tried waiting, but I understand if you need more time. I'll wait with you.
I see. I could wait, but I feel like it's just going to kick me out of the game again until I come back in. Which I might try, just in case there's something there.
I will see you when you return. You have returned to me. Though you were gone mere moments, I never left your side.
Gone mere moments. I wonder if that's the case for her, or if I left any longer and stayed away a lot longer, if I'd have done something else, or she'd have said something else in response to that, like if I'd left for a day or something. Let's see. Do you think that anything is real out there? Anyways, I am ready to... What does she think of this, actually?
We are real. Nothing is an idea that dwells in the absence of something, but nothing cannot exist on its own, and because of that, nothing can't exist.
I don't like either of these, and I don't think either one will work. So, ready to go back. Ready.
The next time I see you, each of us will finally know what we are.
Okay.
I will be here, waiting for you.
The hero and the princess. Bring the damsel to her.
You're on a path in the woods. You're here to slay her.
Okay, so we need one more. The end of the world. We need to find a path we haven't tread before. Let's see, the end of the world. What are you talking about?
I'm talking about the end of everything as we know it. No more birds, no more trees, and perhaps most problematically of all, no more people. You have to put an end to her.
But that's just it. All I've seen are trees. I haven't seen birds or people. How can a princess locked away in a basement end the world? Or do you have any evidence to back this up? If you don't tell me why she's dangerous, I'm not going to kill her. You've considered that many people... Okay, that maybe killing a princess seems kind of... Look, I'll go to the cabin and I'll talk to her, and if she's as bad as you say she is, then maybe I'll slay her. But I'm not committing to anything until I've had the chance to meet her face to face.
Then I guess we'll just have to see what happens. But a word of warning. If you go in prepared to hear her out, she could easily trap you in her web of lies. And the more you listen to her honeyed words, the harder it'll be to pull yourself out. Then each and every one of us is doomed. So sure, go, talk to her. See how that turns out for all of us.
It would have helped if I could get a little more information out of the narrator, though. I mean, I get that they're all different.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin.
The question is, are we going to get a new voice? No? This is just chapter 1, however. Alright, I think we get a voice.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare.
There's nothing here.
The blade is your implement.
I believe we get a new voice if we can get a new path here. And I believe we will, but maybe there's a means to doing that. Take the blade.
You take the blade from the table.
Enter.
The door to the basement creaks open. Her voice carries up the stairs.
Who's there?
She sounds dangerous. It's almost... Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the minute.
Just checking in on you.
Oh, it's been so long since anyone's come down here. I was starting to think they'd forgotten about me.
Nope, nope, just coming to see how you're doing.
Walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her.
She's so coldly beautiful.
Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
Or something. Let's see. What? No way. Why would you even think that? Just here to talk, still your nerves, and step forward. I haven't decided yet. What? No way. Why would you even think that?
That giant knife you're holding kind of gives it away, doesn't it?
The blade. Of course she doesn't want to talk. Who'd want to have a conversation at knife point? We should drop it. Don't you dare. It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really...
But I shouldn't have to worry about going down that one route. But is this the same code, Princess? Last time I dropped it, I could tighten my grip this time.
You ignore the trembling in your hands and tighten your grip on the blade.
You poor thing. Your hands are shaking. Are you scared of me? Because you should be.
You step forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it. So, you should just drop it. Best not to risk finding out what I can do.
She's unarmed. If you hesitate now, it'll be too late. End this.
What if she isn't bluffing? What if she kills us? Are you sure she's not armed? I'm sorry, can we just talk? I'm not dropping the blade.
Then I'm not talking to you.
Fine then, I guess we're at an impasse. Squint at the princess while holding on to the blade.
You stare at the princess, squinting. She squints back.
The two of you are going to do this forever, aren't you?
Squint at the princess even harder.
You squint even harder. So does she.
At least nobody's dying right now.
You're going to have to make a choice. You can't keep squinting forever. Eventually, someone is going to have to blink.
Yeah, well, it's gonna be her. I'm not slaying her, obviously.
The blade tumbles out of your trembling hands and drops.
Thank you. Maybe now we can just talk.
Okay, which princess are you?
Against your better judgment, you step forward to speak with the princess face to face, unarmed.
We'll be fine.
I don't know what you're hoping to accomplish here, but I can assure you there's no reasoning with her. Just make sure you don't forget about the blade on the floor.
So here we are. What an awkward start to a relationship.
Yeah, it's pretty awkward. A relationship? Are you coming on to? Let's see. How would I get you out of here? Okay, I feel like I need to... We've been here a few times before. Do you know why I'm here to kill you? How long have you been down here? What do you have to say about that? About what? There's there's people out there who think you're going to end the world. Of course, I'm here because you're supposed to end the world. How would I get you out of here? A relationship? Are you coming on to me? Yeah, it's pretty awkward.
I know. I just said that. Now why are you here to kill me?
I have my reasons. Do you think I'd just come here to kill someone without even knowing why? That'd be ridiculous. Do you know why I'm here to kill you? You're supposed to end the world. I've been told things, but I'm not sure what to believe.
Believe me.
And do you think asking me what to believe is going to suddenly make everything crystal clear? Let's not pretend that's going to happen. As far as you're concerned, and as far as they're concerned, I'm going to say whatever I have to get out of here. That's just the dynamic of our situation.
What does it mean? Okay, I'm here because you're supposed to end the world. Must be something else here. There's people out there. Wait, what's your name? How long have you been down here? No. Okay, we talked enough. How would I get you out of here? I feel like I've asked this before, and she's... surgical removal last time. Okay. What's your name? How would I get you out of here?
You can't. Don't bother.
I'm guessing you don't have the key then.
Right.
Well, we can always put that knife to good use.
Her sharp eyes settle on the edge of the... She isn't suggesting what I... She is.
I'm sure of it. Okay. I'm here because we're supposed to... Okay, la la la. What's your name? The people out there who think you're going to end the world. Okay, we've talked enough.
Oh? Have you decided what to do with me?
You know why you're here.
I'm going to keep you locked away down here. At least for a bit. We can get to know each other better while I decide what to do. Keep her locked away. Examine the chains. I feel like I've done both of these. Slay the princess. I feel like if I attempt to slay her, she's just... I don't know. I want to try this here.
That seems like a pretty good compromise. Leaving her alive is too risky. If you don't deal with her soon, she will find a way out.
One way or another, I'm going to find a way out of here. You can make it easier for both of us if you help. And if you don't, I can promise that you'll come to regret that decision.
You have to make a choice. Let's hope for all our sakes it's the right one.
Okay, let's get you out of here. I made my choice. I'm locking her in the basement. What happens if I do attempt to leave here? Attempt to lock her in the basement. Interesting.
I know you think this is a fair compromise, but it isn't. No one wins here. It's a chance we'll have to take. We can make this work. If we just stay here and keep watch, no one has to die.
You're making a mistake.
I believe you.
You turn your back to the princess and make your way to the stairs.
But then she catches you from
It won't be
behind.
long before I slip these chains. And once I'm out of here, there will be hell to pay for leaving me behind.
Slip these chains? She can't, right? She needed our help to get out of here. But do you hear the conviction in her voice? I don't think she's bluffing. Either way, she dropped her mask, didn't she? You can still turn around and finish the job.
Oh, that's a relief. I was afraid I'd already committed to not slaying her. No, we're sticking to the plan and locking her down here. Oh, that's a relief. I was afraid I'd already committed.
You'll be the death of all of us, but fine. Have it your way. You close the basement door, locking it behind you and quickly barricading it with the heavy wooden table that once held the blade. Okay, we can make this work. You settle in against the far wall to watch the basement door. It isn't long before you start to drift off, your eyelids heavy with fatigue. But sleep doesn't come. Instead, your rest is broken by a piercing, wailing voice calling out to you from the other side of the door.
I know you're still there. Why don't you make things easier on yourself and let me out? It's not like this little door will hold for very long anyways. It's probably a good idea to try to get back on my good side.
She sounds terrifying. Like she's less of the princess you saw and more like something out of a nightmare.
Okay, might have made a bad idea. Bad choice.
As she violently rattles the door, you do your best to shut her out of your mind.
When I get out of here, I'm going to pick you apart piece by piece. I won't forget what you did, and I'll never forgive it. You don't know the kind of enemy you've made tonight.
It doesn't sound like she's getting any weaker. No, it doesn't.
Dead me all you want. All it does is ease my guilty conscience. Let's see. So all of that was just an act, wasn't it? You're not really innocent or harmless. You're not even a princess. You're a monster. Ignore her and go to sleep. Any way you want. Oh, this is...
I can be innocent and harmless, if I want to be. Teasing me with fresh air and a chance to finally live freely doesn't inspire me to play nice.
You put the princess's threats out of your mind as best you can and huddle up against the wall. You jolt awake in the middle of the night to silence in the cabin. The ruckus has stopped, and the door to the basement is ajar, its lock broken, and the table shoved out of the way. Where is she?
So if this one doesn't do what it's supposed to do, then the monster just slays the hero.
Thanks for helping me get out of that awful basement.
Does the hero need it? I just have to get her out no matter what then?
You try and stumble to your feet, but as the princess draws near, it's as though your body simply stops working. It isn't all at once. The paralysis comes in waves. First your toes go numb, and then your feet, and then your legs. You lie prone on the floor of the cabin, unable to do anything but witness her approach.
Whose side are you on?
Yours, of course. But I have a duty to uphold the truth. Lying about the facts of the situation doesn't change them.
So helpless. I can take my time with you, can't I?
She steps closer, one silent footfall at a time, cocking her head in curiosity as you feel your organs shutting down one by one.
Or maybe I can't take my time with you. You don't look well. A little green around the gills. What a shame. If you'd only helped me get out of here, we could have done such wonderful things together.
Your lungs stop drawing in breath, and your heart freezes in your chest. You have seconds left.
I'd say better luck next time, but we both know this is the end, don't we?
It can't be. This can't actually be how everything ends.
I'm sorry, but it is. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Okay. Chapter 2, The Nightmare.
You're on a
that's
path
different.
in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. You're here to slay her.
Well, we've seen our first monster. Now, at least. I thought that was a bad ending. Or perhaps it still is. Who knows? Let's see. I know that chapter 2 now, so... But I died. What am I doing here? She's going to kill me again. Maybe there's a way... Okay, yeah, so this is just another princess. We just need to figure this one out like we did the last one. I don't think any of these matter. Proceed to the cabin.
A warning. She will lie.
I don't think lying and cheating is a thing. She was very direct with us last time. Or at least she was direct with us after we decided to lock her away.
Where's the hero? This must be his.
It doesn't matter.
No? Paranoid?
Don't trust anyone.
Don't trust anyone. Interesting. So the nightmare, is this the one that I... Okay, this is the one I was mentioning earlier. It's the one that I was worried about.
The interior of the cabin is plain. The smooth wood of the walls almost featureless. The only furniture of note is a lone table, knocked on its side in the corner of the room. A pristine blade stands between you and the open, inviting basement doorway. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. Hold on. What happened to the door?
It's just an empty frame. She's already gotten out, hasn't she? And she's ready for us. She's been waiting. Can't you feel her eyes on us?
Paranoia.
I'm going to need all of you to pull yourselves together. The princess has not already gotten out. But if you keep getting stuck in your head like this, you're going to struggle to get the job done. So deep breath in, deep breath out. Your task awaits, and only you can do it.
Okay. Take the blade. Paranoia.
You reach down and pick the blade
Figure
up
out how
off the
to-
floor. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
Where did these guys come from? These guys come from? Okay. It looks like we're being watched. At least we think we are.
Good. Steel can't lie to us.
Is it gonna be enough, though? Couldn't you have given us something else? Something, I don't know, better than a knife? Could we have a bomb?
The blade is the only thing you need to finish your task. You're more than capable of pulling this off, so long as you don't lose faith in yourself. Those are the words of someone who knows he's sending us to our death.
Now you're just being paranoid. Okay, into the basement.
You
Well,
cross over the threshold
more eyes.
and onto a series of isolated steps suspended in darkness.
More eyes, too. You never mentioned the eyes.
The air seeping up from below reminds you of fresh lightning and static, as if you're descending into a place that isn't meant for a creature of flesh and blood.
If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favour.
Her cruel and playful voice prances up the stairs.
I didn't think you'd come back. We're gonna have a lot of fun, you and I.
How are we gonna get... Begs the question, do you even want to
Come
let
back.
someone like this out?
She must have you confused with someone else. You really don't remember, do you? It doesn't matter, we need a game plan. We know we can't just go down there unprepared.
Okay. How hard is it to throw her knife? I'm going to talk to her. We don't need a plan. I'm just going to kill her. Mr. Narrator seems to think I can do it. I don't know why you're all being such pessimists right now. Okay, right off into... Wait, step off into the void between the stairs. Continue down the stairs in silence. Step off into the void. Why would you just step off? We don't know what that's gonna lead to. Let's talk to her first.
Didn't you hear my warning a minute ago? She can't be trusted. Talking won't do you any good.
Something tells me she isn't going to be very keen on talking anyway.
You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. As you emerge, you find yourself between two loose rows of white wooden planks suspended in nothingness. A smattering of cobblestones visible against the inky black of the basement mark where the floor should be, forming vague pathways. At what seems to be the end of the room, they diverge in opposite directions, left and right.
She could be anywhere, and there's nowhere for us to hide. We're completely exposed.
Are you really not going to comment on how weird this place is?
No, I'm not. Somebody needs to be the voice of reason here, and it certainly isn't you.
I don't see hiding helping us anyways. It's not why we're here.
Excuse me, I'm being incredibly reasonable. You're the one who's just matter-of-factly describing whatever the hell we're looking at like it's an ordinary basement. We're going to die down here. I don't want to die again.
Please stop saying that. You're only going to make things worse. Just pick a direction and start moving.
I wouldn't give it too much thought if I were you. It doesn't really matter, because either way you go, I'm going to find you.
I came here for you. I'm not running. Go back the way you came. Doesn't matter which way I go, but maybe the eyes are like a hint or something, so let's go right.
You turn to the right. A faintly outlined path lies before you.
There you are. I told you I was going to find you.
As the princess approaches, your legs suddenly go numb. Your arms quickly follow.
There'd be no point in coming down here if we were just going to run away.
This is it, isn't it?
And you brought your little knife with you again. Cute.
There has to be a way out of this. Think!
What did you do?
Pull yourself together. She isn't supposed to be like this.
I wonder how many times I'll get to play with you before you break.
Out as your blood begins to coagulate. It's as if every part of your being is coming to a lurching halt. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, Your lungs pull in a desperate gulp of air as your eyes shoot back open. What are you doing?
I'm working. Do you want this body to function, or do you want...
And then experience stops once more as your body reapproaches death. Okay, whatever you were doing, please just start doing it again.
You sure about that? Are you sure that's what you want, or do you want to interrupt me some more?
You have seconds left.
Yes, I'm sure.
Heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart.
Again, your eyes shoot open as you gasp for breath.
Can't decide what you want to do, can you? Oh, well, standing there gasping like a fish is more fun than dead, even if you look ridiculous.
She isn't attacking us. Why? The why doesn't matter. She's already proven her ill intent. Don't lose sight of your mission. Your weapon is still in your hands. Strike at her and end this before it's too late.
It's clearly not gonna work. Well, get him until you're alive. What do you want from me? What happens after you kill me? What happened after you killed me last time? Okay, so now we just need to navigate the nightmare to find a way to get her out of here. You're a lunatic. You know that, right? If you want to work together, can you at least turn off this whole organ shutting down situation? We don't have to be enemies. We can work together. We can be friends, even. Right. She is what she is. We just need to navigate that. Okay, let's get out of here. Leave together. Fine. You win. I'll let you leave. I want to talk to her some more, though. Hopefully I don't ruin things. What do you want
I
from
tried
me?
to leave while you suffocated, but that stupid cabin wouldn't let me. So I started to drag your body out with me, and then... well, you died before I could get to the door. And then I was here, and now you're here too. I don't think I can live without you, and dead doesn't count. And as much as I love what we have going on, I have bigger plans than tormenting one poor little creature forever. I want to leave.
I would understand if this is the one that the narrator wanted to keep shut in. If it is a part of her, then I could understand it being a part that he wouldn't want getting out. But it wouldn't be fair to condemn the entire person because of just one part of her. You're a lunatic, you know that, right? Okay, I was here to stop you from destroying the world. I can't just let you leave. Well, we've died already in her presence. She's just sort of... Okay, well, you finish me off. I think she just answered that question. If you need me alive, then why did you threaten me on the stairs? Why didn't you try being nice to me?
I am being nice. You're alive, aren't you? And you died of fright as soon as you saw me last time. I didn't think keeping you alive was an option. But it looks like that's not a problem anymore. At least not for me. You seem miserable.
Okay. I also think maybe she can't finish me off because paranoid is doing the thing, or whatever he's chanting there. And if I let you out, well then, if you want to work together, can you at least turn off this whole organ shutting down situation?
I am what I am. It's not my fault that you can't handle being around me.
Figured as much. Alright, you can't help what you are. Okay. I was looking for questions that might have led to a few more informative answers about her and this whole situation. We don't have to be enemies. We can work together. We can be friends even. But I don't think she wants to be friends. I think she just wants to get out. Plus friends, and I don't think it's necessary here. I'm not doing any of this. I'm not helping you leave, and I'm not going to try and kill you. So do your worst. Toss the blade and remain with your nightmare. Bad idea. Okay, let's get out of here. Fine, you win. I'll let you leave.
What? No!
Hold on. I know what I'm doing.
Oh, this is going to be so wonderful.
Oh, no, I'm not going to let this happen. Before you can utter another word, your body stops moving, and,
Do you think you can just wrest control away from us? This body's barely functioning as it is. Doesn't the world end if we fail to stop her? Won't letting us die here just make it end faster? Lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver.
with a flick of the princess's wrist, the stairs slide back into place. I can't believe you're making me watch you damn everyone to torment and oblivion.
Lungs,
Go ahead. I'll be right behind you.
nerves, heart.
Right.
I don't trust having our back to her.
You're not wrong, but maybe you should let me handle the feedback. Just focus on keeping us alive. Right.
Heart, lungs, liver, nerves.
Besides, I get the feeling she's telling the truth. She needs us alive.
Liver, nerves, heart, lungs.
Step onto the stairs.
You place a shaky foot on the first step and begin your ascent from the basement.
Liver, nerves.
You can feel the static prickling of the princess on your neck, your limbs buzzing with pins and needles, an uncomfortable and constant reminder that you exist, and that your existence is so very precarious.
Heart, lungs,
You're almost there.
nerves, heart.
The only thing left between you and the cabin is the now shut door to the basement.
Liver,
It would be a real shame if it had locked behind you.
liver.
It would.
Oh, you snake. There wasn't even a door when we first got here. The door was from last time. I told you we shouldn't trust him.
I know he's messing with us, but you can't lose your cool. We need you right now. Remember?
Stay focused, paranoid.
Yes, I remember. Of course I remember. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves. This is so frustrating. Heart, lungs,
We'll
liver.
figure something out.
Thank you. And you'd really rather us die down here than let her out? Of course I would. As much as I want you to have a happy ending, the fate of the world is a little more important, and you still have a weapon. You can still make this right.
Let's see. Explore. I think the door's locked, but I haven't tried to open it yet, so try to open the door.
Oh, look at that. It's locked. What a relief for the world.
Alright.
It'll open. You just have to give it a tug.
You pull against the door. The lock gently clicks open in response to your effort, and the door creaks on its hinges. This isn't right. That's not even the way it's supposed to swing. It's supposed to swing out.
You're not nearly as powerful as you'd have us think, are you?
Anyways, like he said, you're not really in control here, are you? I never said I was. If I was in control here, why would I need you to slay her? I don't know. Secret reasons?
The door is open. What are you dawdling for? It's time for us to go. The world is waiting.
Well, you know of it.
The princess moves past you and into the cabin. This is it. This is your final moment to make things right. Kill her! I thought you wanted us to slay her. It's the same thing. Do it. Do it now. Do it now, or everything is over.
Okay, what do we do?
Everything is already over. We're getting
I
her out of
said,
here.
what do we do?
Oh, do you want to hear from me now?
Yes.
Well, I thought you needed me to run the autonomic nervous system.
We do, but this is important. Look, I'll even do it myself. Just tell us who to trust. Brain?
Heart.
Right, heart.
Lungs.
Lungs?
Liver. Nerves.
Okay, thanks. I got it. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves. Arts.
You're terrible at this.
I know. I'm doing my best.
Yes, it's very hard to stay focused on running things when other people are talking to you, isn't it?
What are you doing?
Heart, lungs.
Finally, I can talk.
Liver.
Now, what were you asking me? Running everything kind of feels like popping in and out of consciousness, it's easy to lose track of things. They were asking you for your blessing to trust me. Oh, that's right, yeah. This guy. Don't trust him.
Right.
Really? So you'd have them trust her? Oh, of course not. Can't trust anybody here but ourselves, but I guess that leaves us back where we started, doesn't it? I suppose if I had to make a choice, I'd pick the one that doesn't make our organs shut down.
What happens if this one returns to the hole?
Thank you for your gracious show of support.
That's a good question. Maybe we don't want this one to be a part of her.
But that's a marginal preference. We'll have to deal with him later. I'd just rather deal with him while our organs are intact. Whatever. You heard what he had to say. So whether you trust me or not, killing her is still the best, nay, the only option you have worth taking. Alright, I'm done. You can let me take over again.
Finally, that was awful. I really don't know how you do it.
I feel like this is clearly the one that the narrator wants to get rid of, but like I was saying before, it's still a part of the princess ultimately.
You've been standing there staring blankly for a while now, and I have to say my patience is running a little thin. So don't make a lady wait any longer, okay? Open the door!
This one's tough, because now I'm thinking, is it possible to slay this one and not have her return to the hole? Or will that even work if we attempt to slay her? Ultimately, I am going to leave the cabin with this one, with the nightmare.
The doorknob twists in your hand, revealing the forested path beyond the cabin. You bastard.
Because it is still a part of her.
You've actually done it.
It's so beautiful. I can't wait to ruin it. But it's so cold, too. It's itching against my skin.
It's just another part. The princess, exhausted, slumps to the ground.
Why is it so cold?
And with that, the last piece. You do not get the chance to respond, nor will you ever. It's time to leave. Memory returns.
She's gone. Where did she go? Is that a...
It's the final mirror, I think. Okay. It's going to be okay.
It feels so bad. Like looking into it right now is going to be the end of everything. It's calling us. And not in a good way.
Okay. It's not the end.
Okay. Can we trust you?
You approach the mirror. Silence as you reach forward. You are nothing at all. But that isn't right. You can't be nothing. You refocus your gaze, and then you see it. A figure, faint and veiled in shadow, just beyond the reflection.
I think you know.
A crack slides down the center of the mirror, splitting the image and the glass in two. And then another crack forms, and another, turning the mirror into jagged shards of broken glass. Oh, we've heard of these pieces of broken glass before. What are you? Are you something like me? Pieces of me, I guess. So you're the narrator. I was wondering if I'd ever get to see you. I have so many questions for you. Does it hurt when pieces of you break off like that? I'm sorry, I don't want to destroy you. Will it help if I look away or stop asking questions? Are you a part of me, or are you something else? Destroy the mirror.
No, I am not a part of you. But that's all a matter of perspective, isn't it? From one vantage point I must seem wholly foreign, but from another, well, all the versions of me that have existed have collectively heard your every thought and driven your every action. If that isn't being part of you, then what is?
Every time I ask a question, I think something's going to... If you're not me, then what are you? Okay. I only have so many questions I think I can ask here. He hasn't been the same him. What is this place? Where are we? Can you answer that?
A construct. It was supposed to keep the two of you trapped here until the job was done. And it was supposed to guide your hand to help you see things through.
Narrator, are you... someone close to me?
The construct you're in exists in every world at once. Any time you failed, any time you thought yourself dead, it would restart and shunt both you and her into a new world. But you're waking up to your true nature now. It won't be able to work like that.
Or maybe someone close to the princess? Someone who's definitely trying to keep us apart. After everything you've done to us, do you think anyone deserves to live? Do you have anything to say for yourself for all of this hubris? What are you? Are you something like me? If you're not me, then what are you? Any questions? Does it hurt when pieces of you break off like that? I'm sorry, I don't want to destroy you. Will it help if I look away or stop asking questions? Versions of you. You said that before, so I really was meeting different yous. You're the one who wanted to slay the princess. Why?
Because among other things, she is death itself. To rid the world of suffering, to save untold trillions from being lost forever to the cosmic wind, she must be destroyed. And despite how far you've fallen, you will still have a chance to fulfill your purpose once I'm gone.
Even if she is evil, does that make it right to destroy her, though? Why would you want to rid the world of death? I need to make sure I'm asking all the right questions, but... and what is my true identity?
You're the long quiet, the god I made to rid the world of death.
Why do you want to rid the world of death? That has to be important, right? The people out there beyond the walls of the construct, do they know about this? Do they know what you want me to do to them? Why would you want to rid the world of death?
If you need to ask that question, there's nothing I can say to move you. You haven't died. You cannot die. So you cannot grasp the abject horror of dying.
You're not alive. Then how are you doing this? A god. I always knew I was special. I don't want to be a god. I want to be me. So you're the narrator. Let's see. What else can we ask? We need to find more questions. Good questions. So you said she contains death. What is she?
She is the shifting mound, the ebb and flow, the capacity to change. She is transformation, or most of it. Her nature is why I had to die. She becomes that which others perceive her to be. But an echo can't perceive things, not in the way that people can.
It makes it sound as though... Okay. So maybe she and I aren't exactly people? Do you know things that won't... Do you know things that just won't be worse if I destroy her? Things won't just be worse. Does anyone else know about this? Does anyone... Okay, what else can I ask? What are you? Okay, no. See versions of you. So I was reading different views. If she's capable of becoming whatever people believe her to be, can't I just will her into something small? So you don't know about the looping. So many of the times I met you, you denied it as even being a possibility. I wasn't supposed to see all this, was I? He died because of her. Of all things, why is she a princess? Why couldn't she be an ant or a slice of soggy bread? Why did you make her a princess?
I didn't make her a princess, but I wove the idea of her into something your scattered mind could fathom. You chose for that something to be a princess.
See?
Yes, you will.
Oh no.
But it will all be worth it.
What did I choose? Dang it. Okay. If you made us, then I want you to know that this has been a torture. If you made us. If you want me to destroy the concept of transformation, is that existence any better than death? Or even different from death at all? Honestly, it feels worse. Do you have anything to say for yourself? I'm pretty sure death is good, actually. Important, even. The people out there beyond the walls of the base constructed, do they know about this? They probably don't. What if neither of us leave this place? Does that work? Can we just stay here together and leave the people out there alone?
It wouldn't work. Her nature as the shifting mound makes it so nothing can last forever as it is now. It wouldn't matter how long the two of you waited. Eventually she would find a way to leave. And then everything would change. Everything would face oblivion. And until then, the clock ticks on.
2 more questions. Okay. Does it hurt when pieces of you? Blah, blah, blah. Okay. Is there a difference between leaving this place and staying here? The people. Okay. I'm pretty. Who cares about dying? Type of times. I'm pretty sure death is good. Actually, important even.
If that's your belief, there's nothing I can say to move you. You haven't died. You cannot die. So you can't grasp the abject horror of dying.
One out of options. Death of the Arthur. Rest easy, I'm going to destroy her. I haven't decided what I'm going to do yet. I still have to see what she thinks about all of this. He's gonna be like, no, say nothing and watch him end. Rest easy, I'm going to destroy her. I'm not going to slay her, and I want you to know that before you die for good.
I've said my piece, and my time is up. I'm just an echo, and every echo fades away. You know what you have to do.
Just an echo. So like a last-ditch effort on his part or something, right? As the final fragment of the glass shatters, you see yourself with newfound clarity. The narrator was right. All of this is you. You are the long quiet, the vast and nascent God. And it is finally time for you to wake up. All of this is you. One last time. Bring the nightmare to her. When you arrive at the heart of things, there is no final vessel for you to bear witness to. There's nothing for you to find. So where is she then?
I can finally see you, and you can finally see me.
Okay, so I am actually back here after a few attempts at this because it's not that I was trying to get a specific ending. I just the first time I actually misclicked and did something and ended up getting an ending I wasn't trying to. Well, I mean, I could have gone back, but I just kind of played it out to see what would happen. And the second time I finished it, and when I was editing, I ended up I don't know, somehow I messed up and I deleted the 27 minutes or so video that I had. So I'm back again and I'm going to finish it out properly. But I am going to make sure I just go a route that I haven't yet. I don't want to like play through or react to a route that I've already played. So and specifically I'm going to choose a route that just allows me to leave with her. That was initially the plan anyhow, and I probably should have just stuck with that from the very beginning. So okay, that's what's gonna happen here. Just a little heads up.
It's been so long, and my heart has ached for this moment. I've missed you dearly.
As are you.
I've missed you too. She unfurls an endless cascade of smiles in response, and then patiently waits for you to continue. Do you know about the echo? Did you hear a conversation?
Every word you spoke found its way to me. I know him. He was deluded by his fear of death. Pay him no mind.
I'm the long quiet, but I don't really know what that means.
Names are their attempts to capture that which cannot be captured. They call me the shifting mound, a pale imitation of what I actually am.
It seems to me that what the narrator wanted is a world without death in general. And I personally do not agree with that.
Ever the passive player, always reacting and never acting. But it's woven into your nature, isn't it?
So I won't be able to see his plan through to fruition.
When the echoes spun us from one into two, he gave you a choice and me a role to play. I am not death, but I contain it in my multitudes. So, will you attempt to destroy me and bring about a world devoid of death and the possibility of meaning? Or will you open the final doors to our liberation?
Yeah, okay. I made a decision quite early on, actually, when I was playing, maybe I guess in part 2, that I would, that this would probably eventually come down to siding with either the narrator or the thing, or the shifting mound is what I'll just call her for now. And I told myself I would side with her regardless of what happened. So I think that's what it is I'll do. I think it's time for us to leave this place, but I don't know how to leave or where to go. I wonder if I should try asking her some more questions first. There's so many stories we've left unfinished. Can we really just leave?
Even as your eyes begin to open, you still hold on to the notions of is and is not, of beginning and end, pitch black islands in the blinding light of the infinite. There is nothing to resolve, nothing restraining us but us.
Don't you have a say in all of this? Why is this all falling on me?
Of course I have a say in all of this. You and I share reflections of each other's burdens, just as you and I share reflections of each other's gifts. If we didn't, the winding paths that brought us here wouldn't have been full of strife and conflict.
Let's talk this through. I still have so many questions and I need answers before I can make a choice. If I let you out, an entire world ends for good. I can't do that. An entire world. I don't see, and it says entire world, but talking to the narrator, it seemed more like that death would come, but like it wouldn't be instantaneous for everyone. It'd be just the concept of death in general, as a natural occurrence. If you were always going to become this, then what was the point of me doing anything? Did it even matter what roads I walked if all of them would have led to this moment? There has to be another way. This can't just come down to me either destroying you or letting you out. I won't do it. That's me choosing not to help her. I told you what was going to happen when we reached this point. So the princess? No. I think it's time for us to leave this place. But how?
Nothing brings me greater joy than to hear those words. The final peace lies with you.
How so? Free myself? You fall into yourself. The body of an ancient creature stirs from its hibernation, and you feel a sensation in limbs you once couldn't fathom. Everything here, except for her, is you. You feel your wings spanning a cosmic scale. but twisted and crumpled and bound in agonizing tension to a finite plane. You can feel the glass of the construct pressing in on you, confining you across infinite sides and infinite angles. You push back and strain against it, but it does not yield.
I love you.
Huh? Take her hand. Okay. All at once, the unyielding tension breaks. You are free, and she is with you. Those blades of grass.
It's magnificent.
Is it some sort of death and rebirth? There are no words, no thoughts to describe absolute reality. Something that is something that simply is, or it's just patterns of something. Step into the infinite. What happens now?
Everything. Just like it always has been. And just like it always will be.
It's his face here. Step into the infinite. You and she step forward into 1,000 dawns and 1,000 sunsets, each of which contains 1,000 more. You exist, and you are aware, just as you have always been, and just as you will always be. Though conflict is in your nature, the two of you will never be alone, and the two of you will never know fear. You and she are finally home. Only new beginnings. There are no endings. Okay. Only new beginnings. And that's the game. It really has been something though. It's been pretty fun, honestly. Reading through this. In spite of my ending hiccups, I am a little happier with this ending. I feel like this was the choice I was initially going to make, anyways, or wanted to make. So this is a pretty interesting ending. It's been a good run. So yeah, really good game. Thank you so much for playing. It's an expression of our gratitude. Here's the track order, special playlist. So yeah. Feel free to explore all of these. Turn to the main menu here. So yes, that is Slay the Princess, developed and published by Black Tabby Games. It's been pretty fun. I actually really enjoyed reading through this. The voice acting, I love the hand-drawn art and stuff. I feel like there's so many options and choices, so many things you can do. I honestly wouldn't want to play through all of the endings. I feel like a lot of this should be experienced by other players. Maybe if you'd prefer, if you'd like to see all of it, I would recommend just picking up the game yourself and giving it a try. There's so much you can do here. This has been Slay the Princess. I am Hope's Reverse, and I will see you in the next game. Thank you for watching.